Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
High, boy. Birds riding high, boy. Birds riding high. So what's up, everybody? A2D family. Thank you rocking with us. It's a Friday night. Your Friday night delights in the spot, and the light is bright.
Oh, this light is
enough
bright.
with all that cliche shit. The original three, when we started doing this PSG,
Okay, I like it.
we haven't been together in a while.
Yeah, I was chipped up.
Yeah, you were chipped up. I was chipped up.
I was down for the count. But dear Lord, I'm here. I'm here. I felt like silly from Color Purple.
I feel like the fly. The Eagles win last night. We
Okay.
all saw it. Big recap. So let's jump right into it.
Okay,
Then we'll
let's
jump
do it.
into the poll question. Mm-hmm. We'll get to the comments from the fan. Why do I hear ambient noise? What do you have?
I don't know what's going on.
Why,
I don't know
why
why. I don't
what
know
do you
why
have
you're here.
going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just echo in your mind. I don't know what it is. But go ahead.
Okay.
Keep going.
So we saw it last night, Thursday Night Football. We saw
Mm-hmm.
it with I don't know why our commentators, even in the Detroit game and also in last night's game, they was getting Zach Ertz mixed up with Dallas Goedert. They was getting Miles Sanders mixed up with Jordan Howard.
Okay, you're referring to Joe
Joe
Buck.
Buck, and
Yo,
then-
by the way, he's the most. First of all, family, what's going on, people? Good to see everybody. I'm glad I'm back.
He said, "I'm glad
I'm
back."
glad I'm back. Listen, I was told. Listen, I mean, I don't know if y'all knew this, but a couple weeks ago,
So humble.
a couple weeks ago, man, I was down for the count, man.
I know. Yeah, you
I,
was in here
I
shivering.
was shivering, man. I was shivering.
me timbers in this bitch.
But I just want to say this: Joe Buck has to be one of the most hated people, and I didn't realize it was that serious. People really hate Joe Buck, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, so you're talking about Joe Buck, you're talking about Troy Aikman last night with them messing up, basically. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, just messed up. But listen, let's get into the game as a whole. Eagles pull out the win. It really was kind of, I won't say it was the season on the line, but as it's been going, you wanted to see some type of direction in a positive mood, in a positive way. And we saw it, even though getting down 10-0 early, Packers going straight down the field. Eagles get the ball to start the game off. I think they got one first down, showed life in the running game, but then ultimately had to punt the ball. Rodgers goes down. I think they get the 3 first, and then they come back and they get the touchdown. And everybody at that point was, all hope was lost. Where are we going to be at?
No, listen,
Everybody was like that.
I was like, listen, we getting waxed. This ain't looking
Yep.
good. This is reminiscent of a game. There's one game, I can't remember what it was, a couple years ago, where, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you what it was. Years ago, when we used to play against Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning was in his prime when he's in Indy. And I think it was the last time he was in Philly. I prayed he didn't get the ball no more, but he kept getting the ball.
Who?
Peyton Manning, and he kept scoring on us. I don't think they even punted one time, and that's what it felt to me.
At first, yeah.
That's what it first felt like.
Right.
But then that sway came our way. That momentum, if you want to say, came our way
Yeah.
with Miles Sanders.
Now I want to tell you something. Before the kickoff, after the touchdown with Miles Sanders, a 60-yard return, you could tell that everybody on the Eagles side of the field knew how important this game was. It reeked of desperation because we even saw things out of character. The Derek Barnett hit, the late hit on Jamal Williams, that's out of character for Derek Barnett. But the sense of urgency was there from the beginning. And I felt like if they could just ride the storm, they could get points on the board and keep it close and have a break that goes their way. Mm-hmm. So first, Miles Sanders. Second, the strip sack after going up 14-13.
And that's the thing with Derek Barnett. First of all, there's people out there, a lot of haters out there hating on Derek Barnett, saying he's a dirty player. They're out there. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about, well, Derek Barnett should be out of the game, blah blah blah. Listen, it was a dumb hit. He shouldn't hit him that hard, but it's football.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, should he have let with his crown of his head? No.
Right.
He should just hit him a different way. But unfortunately, that's what happened. But that Derek Barnett is the guy that I remember watching in Tennessee, who dominated in college, and then that's the guy that we picked as the 15th pick. Who I said 14. Excuse me. As I said in our actual mock draft, shout out to Ben Turok, as we argued, Pete and I and Ben, they remember this, and I said Derek Barnett's that dude. That's the guy I want to see. But the mistakes that he's making, that's the other Barnett I don't want to see.
Right.
If he can give me that Derek Barnett that I saw when he actually stripped the fumble, reminiscent of the Super Bowl, that same guy, that's the one I want going forward.
And I'm happy because we saw the line for Carson. I think he only attempted no more than 25 passes. I think we rushed the ball more than we passed the ball. And you can see everybody saying, I can see Bill Middlebrook saying it right now on Facebook. I'm not even on Facebook.
Yes, my man.
Saying that's what happens when you run the ball.
Billy
Nikki Stees is in the YouTube saying that's what happens when you run the football. When you could get 5 maulers, these dudes who don't give a shit about what they look like, what they appear, they got naked for ESPN. These dudes, you put them and say, you know what? We hike the ball, we go forward. We don't go backwards. We don't try to stand still. We push forward. We push bitches back. That's what we do.
And the thing is, that's our team. The best part of our team is our offensive line. That's our strength. And the thing is, when we talked about before going forward, and we even be going into the season, I said Dougie P has to stop being. It's like
Andy Reid Jr.
passive. Andy Reid Jr. I said that before. We both said that. And it's like he reverts back to that.
Yep.
Listen, stop playing around with that finesse stuff, running from side to side. I want you to run off tackle, right at people's mouths, right downhill. And what I've been screaming for, and he finally did it, is he got 24 involved.
No, he finished.
I thought you had news. I thought you had some news.
No, I don't have news.
Getting 24 involved is such a crucial part of our game plan, because when you're getting 24 involved, Sanders is going to do his thing. Okay, he's a young back. He's going to have his woes, but then he's going to show you the flash, which we just saw. But 24 right now, okay, people want to say what they want to say. He's a one-cut runner. I understand that, but he's a downhill runner. And when you're dealing with a young, stuck quarterback, the recipe I've always said for success for a young quarterback is to have a steady run game.
Right.
And that flow is through 24. So 24, watch this. He's getting 15 carries a game, which he did yesterday. That's the steady diet. We need 15 carries from him, and let's get 10 to 11 like we did last night from Miles Sanders. That's got to be the steady diet. If we manage to do that on a regular basis, if Dougie P does not revert to Andy Reid, we got something.
Right.
Now, the defensive side is another thing. We'll talk about that differently.
This to speak off of Philly 0024 on the YouTube says Goddard is out there like another offensive lineman, which he is. He's already a top 5 blocking tight end.
That's a great point.
So his value to the team, even though he's not 100%, he's not that burst going on routes, but on the block. Go ahead, T.A. chime in.
Now, all I want to say to the family is I understand, like, you gotta run the ball. You gotta run the ball. Last night's game, and bear with me because I'm voiceless, essentially. Last night's game was a game that you knew you could run the football. So your game plan is set up to run the football.
Yes.
Some weeks you got to go in and expect to throw the ball more than you're going to run it.
Yeah.
But the one thing I'll agree with, and I've been asking for a couple weeks, is I want Jordan around 15 carries, if possible.
Yeah.
And Miles can go 8 to 10 as a change of pace,
Yep.
and I think it's perfect. But they expect to have that ratio as last night. Anybody that wants that ratio, I'm going to tell you to pump the brakes. It ain't 1980. You're going to have more of a pass.
You got to throw the ball in the air.
You're going to throw the ball more than you're going to run it most of the time.
Yeah.
So at the end of the year, your ratio isn't going to be more run than pass.
Right. And the strength of Green Bay's defense is kind of their secondary and their back. Their back 7.
Yeah.
Their linebackers and then their secondary.
Yeah.
I mean, but kudos to the offensive line again, because Kenny Clark, who's a pretty good defensive tackle.
Kudos most importantly, because you short, Pete. Yeah. Kudos more importantly to Jason Peters. Everyone give a round of applause to Jason Peters for not getting hurt. He's actually played 4 games. Give it up for him. Everyone out there.
Besides just playing 4 for 4 right now like a Wendy's meal. I wanted the offensive line is a cohesive whole.
Yeah.
No sacks last night.
Yeah.
And then it seems like now when Carson's starting to get hit late, he got the one call to roughing the passer call.
Yeah.
So he's starting to get some respect there, which he should have gotten, and some protection. Now we go to the other side of the ball. This leads me to our poll question. Do you agree or disagree? Should the Eagles trade for Jalen Ramsey? It's a simple question. I'm not giving any details about what they would give up. I'm not saying I don't want any agree, but to a certain point, I won't go over this many picks. I won't give up this player. It's a simple agree or disagree. For me, it is an agree. I'm in all the way.
Right.
I'm in 100%. I know it doesn't make sense to make your team weaker if they want a certain player.
Okay.
From our current roster that can play right now. But with that being said, I probably would still be more inclined to say agree under any circumstance
with Jalen Ramsey.
For Jalen Ramsey.
And the thing is, when I made the lineup up last night, I was thinking about it, and I said, looking at the game last night, yeah, we like I said to you, I sent you a text. I said we look like Swiss cheese. The first couple series, it's like Swiss cheese. They just going right through. It's like a hole. And the Ramsey thing still makes sense. But then I thought about it, and I was listening to Mike Lombardi. Let me just first go back. Yes,
Okay.
I would say yes to the poll question. Yes, Ramsey, I would definitely go with. But then I started thinking about more of it. I listened to, believe it or not, Mike Lombardi, who a lot of people might not agree with, but I kind of agree with what he said.
He's not going to be loved in this town.
He's not going to be loved this time, but I do agree with what he said. He said the strength of the Eagles team is what? Their offensive line and their defensive line.
in the trenches.
Right. That's your strength. Now, we're thin right now. We know that.
Right.
We got two players that were supposed to be very, very they were supposed to be
Malik
formidable.
Jackson, Jernigan, yep.
Right, very formidable for us this year going forward. They're both out. Boom. So with that being said, you're putting a lot on Fletcher Cox. And you can tell Fletcher Cox is not himself. He's hurt.
He's not healthy.
He's playing a lot, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, yes, it would be great to have Ramsey.
Right.
Do you make that trade for defensive tackle instead?
No.
Because and you saying no.
I'm saying I don't not because you're not going to get a defensive tackle. There's no defensive tackle
Right
in
now.
the league that's going to cost you what Ramsey can get you, and that's going to be the elite talent that Ramsey can be.
But at the end of the day, it's a need though.
It is a need.
And at the end of the day, yes, you are cutting off half of the field with Ramsey, but you're still not taking care of that need, and that need is our strength, which is defensive tackle. Now, with that being said, I thought about some people, but then I said, okay, well, I thought about Dominican Sue because Tampa right now could be out of it. But then you made a great point when we were talking that with Cam being out, or I'm sorry, with Breeze being out rather, everyone at the division is kind of still in it.
NFC South because I feel like
everyone still got a chance.
Yeah.
So then we started talking more names, and you brought up a great name, and that was Geno Atkins, which TA and I were talking about with you. That makes a lot of sense, bringing him in.
And it won't probably cost you.
And then why not both?
And TA say, why not both?
Why not both?
Now, but here's a question, and I'll pose the question to the family as well. What are you giving up to get Atkins, and what are you giving up to get Ramsey?
Well, Atkins will probably come a little cheaper because
Cincinnati Bengals guys.
Because they'll be 0-4.
Okay.
And he's the biggest thing you want to look. Howie, which he is good at when he does want to nut up.
I don't like that word. I don't like that. Let's do something differently.
No, let's be honest. You nut
I
up.
don't know about nut up. I don't know if another man should use nut up.
Some people may say man up. I say nut up. When you want to.
Let's say man up. I don't like nut up.
Well, you say what you want.
I don't like your feet. I'm your brother. I don't want nobody saying this grown man saying nut up.
When you decide to get some testicular fortitude.
I got it.
Testicular fortitude.
You got to say it right first.
Testicular fortitude. You go ahead and he can put Atkins. If he just makes a deal for Atkins,
okay,
that's more of a Howie-esque deal where he sees a team who may be in a rebuilding mode, and it's a player with a decent cap hit, and a team that may be going in a different direction as an older player that he can get for a value. What we haven't seen him do is go out and make a trade and take a risk when he doesn't have the leverage, or when it's a younger player and it's a player that some people in the back of their minds may feel like it's a problem player.
Okay.
We have not seen him make that trade. People will say, well, I don't think Golden Tate was that trade.
No.
Because Detroit was going nowhere.
Nah.
Jacksonville in the AFC South, I think right now they are 1-2.
Yeah, they're 1-2 right now.
1-2. They're going to Denver, who's 0-3.
If they win this game, well, right now they're surging because they believe in his quarterback. So they believe.
They believe in the
stats.
If
they win, they believe in the stats, which is weird. But if they win this game, which they probably will, because Denver really is, by the way, disappointing to me. Then they feel like they have something.
And if they win it without Ramsey.
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing.
Right.
If they win it,
and Ramsey's doing everything possible not to be there.
He doesn't want to come back.
He didn't stub his toe. He broke his left heel. He's got a kid coming. I mean, what else?
Yep. So
you know what I mean?
it's going to cost you a lot. It's going to cost you a lot, which for Howie Roseman's tenure here in power with the Eagles is not the norm. But when you don't draft corners well, i.e. Sidney Jones.
Pete, when you don't draft in the first round well.
Right, exactly.
Now, you're talking about us or you're talking about the
I'm talking about Howie in general. In the first round.
He doesn't hit on first round
Let me
picks.
ask you guys a simple question. I'll keep this real easy for the people out there that might not want them.
I like it.
And it's this simple. So with 2 first-round picks, and I'll get to the part 2 of the question, but part 1, 2 first-round picks, which is originally what they wanted, are them two combined going to be as good as Jalen Ramsey is?
No.
Them two combined.
And by the way, Jacksonville, they draft horrible too.
Yeah, so combined.
They draft horrible too.
Is it going to be as good? So now let me up it. Let me up the ante.
Okay.
2 firsts and a second. Are them 3 picks going to equal what Jalen Ramsey is?
Immediately, no.
Maybe even ever.
Right, ever, yeah.
Maybe ever.
So
yeah.
it's the what if. So we talk about it in baseball all the time.
Right.
When you have an opportunity
to go
get proven talent that's under a certain age,
Right.
you go, you pay the money, you give up your prospects, and
Right.
you go try to win. Because you're not mortgaging your future when you're talking
Right.
about a 24-year-old that's the best in his
Now,
position.
let me pose this question to you. Now that we're talking about Ramsey now more. So that hurt. Yeah, you need some Gatorade. Get a little Gatorade. Is the benzo working yet, man? Okay, I like it. So with that being said, and kudos to P, I gotta give him props. There is rumors out there that Ertz is actually in one of the packages for Jalen Ramsey. With that being said, Eagles fans out there, family out there, guys, what do y'all feel about Ertz being in that package? Would you still do the deal? If Ertz is going to be included in that package, that'll get you that cornerback in Jalen Ramsey, who's the best cornerback in the league. Are you pulling the trigger? Thank you, Penn State. God bless you, Penn State. Yes, sir. Keep on moving. I like it. Go ahead.
No, I mean, to kind of speak on what you said, if you've been following with the fan for a while, you've been following Philly sports guys for a while, I like Ertz.
Yeah.
I may even love Ertz.
And people was upset with you when you said that.
Yes.
They was mad at you.
Don't go down by yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
It's like the
Jump
Titanic.
on the ship, baby. Jump on the ship.
It's sinking, but I got you in the water. I'm holding you. You're
You
good.
see what I'm saying?
I said about Sony Michelle too.
Yeah.
I would have did it.
Yeah. So when you,
But I don't do it now.
You don't do it now.
Let me cut it. Let me cut in real quick. We got a couple comments real quick. And this
Go
is
ahead.
really
You on the Facebook?
Yeah, on
Okay.
Facebook, my man BT Ben Turok, he says, "How about this trade? Ramsey with extension for Ertz and Big V and a first and maybe a second or third." So let me say it again. He said Ramsey with an extension in parentheses for Ertz and Big V and a first and maybe a second or third. What y'all saying?
I would do
Would
that.
you do it? So you're taking Ertz out, TA. Totally.
Well,
out the
okay,
deal.
so TA, I don't.
But God is going to be
and-
that stud though,
and
and he's younger.
And give you a break. No, so you can answer now if you want to.
All right.
But listen,
Why don't you want to give up Ertz?
Because there isn't a better route runner in the league,
Okay.
There isn't a
At the
better
tight
route.
end position.
and he catches everything. So why am I going to hurt my? I know why am I going to hurt my offense right now, right this second?
But God is
But with
going
the-
to be a stud though.
he
Man.
may be.
But with that being said,
Maybe.
Ertz will not be here in
How
2
old is he?
years.
27.
He's 29.
He's 29.
No, you see tight ends at the position be able to play to their 34,
I'm
35.
not-
I'm
the
not
way
saying
his
that. I'm
body
not
is,
saying
But
because he avoids the big hits.
true.
Yeah, he does, 'cause
But
he don't
with that
break
being
tackles.
said, we just saw it in Bryce Harper. We saw it in Emmanuel Machado.
I can overwhelm them with picks.
So you just like fucking all the picks.
whatever you want.
Okay.
This is a
So
buffet line.
if it's the pick store, if you go down the pick aisle and you can pick what you want, shot pick spree.
So you're saying 2 1s, 2 2s.
He
and what
doesn't
else?
care.
It
Well,
don't
man,
matter.
I'll give up 2 1s, 2 2 yesterday.
2 1s and 2 2s.
He would have get so TA.
Listen, in that draft with Carson, when they traded up to 2, I
Thank you.
said, are they going up for Jalen?
That's what I'm saying. So, and let's put this in perspective, bro.
Oh God.
Let's really put it in perspective. You potentially have an opportunity to grab. When's the last time a team grabbed 2 top 5 picks out of the same draft that actually can play? That actually, Jalen's already at the elite level, and Carson, if stays healthy and keeps improving.
All 5 of them.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Zeke
too.
was in that pick.
So
that
you
draft.
go to that level, you don't. That is not. You may not have the opportunity again, and it may actually be cheaper for you to do it now. But with that being said, I just want to throw a wrench into the plan real quick, and I realized something.
Go ahead.
I get why I understand where I get my narrative control from, because my wife does it to me all the time.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
all
That's
the
where you
time.
get it from. Okay.
But if Jalen doesn't happen,
Got you.
there is a consolation prize that
Okay.
we as Eagles fans, because guess what? Fuckers, we don't have a game Sunday. We already took care of motherfucking business last night. With that said, root for the Jags this weekend.
Okay. Why's that?
It's a double-edged sword, baby.
Tell me why.
Root for the Jags. They win the game.
Right.
Makes Jalen less desirable. They can realize they can win without him.
Okay.
Or root for the Jags. They beat Denver. Denver falls to 0-4.
Okay.
Let me roll out the red carpet for Chris Harris, please.
Who's on 1 year deal, right?
You probably could get Chris Harris for a third or a fourth.
Now, see, that would be a nice consolation
That's
prize.
value.
That's value right there. What is going on here?
Yeah, but guess what?
Yo, they're waxing them.
That's value, but there ain't nothing's going to equal the value of Jalen
no.
Ramsey. But I love Chris Harris. But again, like nothing, that's good value for the pick. But I would much rather just get the best.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
But if they're not willing to deal, like you may have to go. You may have to go 2 2s.
Yeah.
You may have to go 2 2s, 2 1s, and maybe a third
for Jalen, right?
for Jalen.
I'll give it all. Fine.
Yeah,
that's like an RG3 type
but
shit.
See, my thing is this:
we never seen that in this league.
Yeah, well, I'm willing to let you see it.
But listen,
I'm willing. Because listen, if you're a draft guy and you got the right people in place, then at the back end of your draft, nail some damn picks in, and I don't got to worry about first rounders.
see,
What do I care about late 20s for?
Now, T, listen, I feel what you're saying, man, and it would be great to have them.
Chuck's going
But
crazy
the thing,
to YouTube.
But the thing is, man, you're willing to mortgage that much of your future. I get it. Wait,
The whole damn thing.
Hold on. I feel what you're saying, but at the consolation prize, all right, if I can get Chris Harris.
It's not bad.
And I only give hold on, let me finish. If I can get Chris Harris, and if I'm only giving a third rounder, I'm probably going to do that.
So, go ahead.
I'm just going to probably
Can I just hit you again then?
Go ahead, hit me again.
I'm here to just play that
ahead.
GIF. Like, why not both?
Go ahead.
Then why not both?
True. And far too long.
That is true.
Far too long, fam. How have we been? Let's
drafting corners. You trust that?
Let's go back because you're talking about that. People are saying I don't want to give up first. I don't want to give it this many picks. Okay, so this is an Eagle fan in 2017. When was the draft here? 17.
Yeah.
2017, second round. We're all sitting there, right? Eagles fans sitting there waiting. You see coming up. You see us coming up in the second round. See us coming in the second round. Like damn. Do they take Dalvin Cook, who right now is the best running back in the league? And
but we always said when he's healthy, he's gonna be that dude.
But so
Right.
we're all
He's
sitting
healthy.
here. We're all sitting here, Eagles fans, like, ooh, we're gonna get Dalvin Cook. What happens? A fucking team jumps us.
Yeah.
So I don't want to know. I'm tired of being jumped, fam. I don't want to be jumped anymore for elite talent. So Howie, guess what? You get out there, you draw the blocks, and you do the fucking hopscotch to Jacksonville, and you make it happen.
All right, so but I feel what you're saying, but we don't know what the inner workings are right now. We don't know what's going on. Listen, they could be on the phone right now, talking right now.
Because you're picking in the 20s anyway.
But here's the thing, guys. What we have to realize, Howie's a poker player, and what we all have to understand, we're all GM chair guys and ladies and all that stuff like that. We all looking saying this should happen, and we should give this up and give that up. But Howie, at the end of the day, is a poker player, and Howie's going to give up.
Is he?
And Howie
is he?
Hold on.
Is he?
Howie's going to give up what he wants to give up. Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Is that a poker player or is that just a scared bitch?
It could be. It could be both. I don't know. But all I'm saying to you is the man's going to give up. Hey, Pop. He's going to give up.
Papa A.
How you doing, sir? He's going to give up what he wants to give up, guys. That's the end of the day. So with that being said, and again, at the end of the day,
He doesn't draft
we don't.
well.
He does.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not.
I agree with that. Listen,
When he drafts well, it's in the mid rounds anyway.
Yeah.
I'm on board with you guys and everything you're saying. But I'm just saying how he runs at his own. He beats his own drum, man.
So,
He can
fam,
run on his own drum, but his drum can't
his
draft
drum
in
is
the
small.
first round.
His drum is small.
Chip Kelly had better first-round picks than
I mean,
Hey,
Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz,
You know
Lane
what I mean?
Johnson.
You know what I
Lane
mean?
Johnson. I
All
mean,
your real talents
Yeah.
came from them drafts.
Look, as much as we
Besides
want
Carson.
as much as we want to dig him, Aguilar
But at
too.
the end of the day, Aguilar
Yeah.
too. Yeah, but at the end of the day, Jaguars can say, okay, well, let's talk. But in the back of my mind,
Oh, it takes two.
At the end of the day, is the Jaguars really gonna make the deal, or are they just playing games? Like we don't know. Like,
But listen, I
it
can
could
make
be,
you.
it could
I
be a
can make
conflict.
you want to make the deal, though. That's the thing.
true.
I can overwhelm you when I talk about
Right.
buffet tables,
Right.
and this kind of stuff. I'm saying that hey, you want 2 1s and 2
True.
2s because that to me isn't mortgaging. Do you want 3 1s? Fine.
Yeah.
Because them 3 players, I guarantee you, will never be at the level combined.
And this is the thing.
As Jalen Ramsey.
And,
If I had a pedgree of success,
Right.
knowing in the first round, it's a
Right.
different story.
Right.
But I don't. So I would much rather give up the first in the
All right.
later rounds.
I'm gonna piggyback twice.
Go ahead.
To piggyback on what TA just said, if we were talking about offensive line, no, don't do it because you know why? When you draft the offensive lineman for the Philadelphia Eagles organization, 9 out of 10 times they fucking hit. Yes, you have Danny Watkins. That is the 1 out of 10.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
And then you got Sean Andrew who goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But the
I
piggyback,
like Sean Andrews, man. He just has some issues. That's all right.
the piggyback off of what you said.
Go ahead.
We're talking about is he a poker player? I don't see that. And this is the
He
thing.
is.
And this is the thing. If Jacksonville, if you like right now, I'm car shopping people. I'm car shopping. I'm truck shopping right now. I'm truck SUV shopping. But if I go to a dealership and I give them a number and they come back with a counter offer, that tells me you're not motivated to do this deal. So I walk away. Howie doesn't have the luxury for this team to let another wide receiver like Devontae Adams to get 10 catches for 180 yards
in the first half.
We don't have that luxury, Howie.
Toast.
So what you have to do in that situation, like TA just said, is you make them an offer they can't refuse. And I know it sounds cliche, it sounds like some old Godfather shit, but that's what it is.
All right.
You don't try to pussyfoot and hold back an offer. You come out the gates, you say, you know what? 2 1s, 2 2s, and make it.
Everything you're saying sounds good, but again, it's all up to Howie.
No, it's not up to Howie. It's up to Jacksonville. Jacksonville has,
and that's the other part, like I said earlier.
And that organization right now,
are they serious?
Half can want to
Are
get
they
rid
serious?
of him.
I'll give up my unborn kids for Jalen Ramsey. My unborns.
And
I'll give them up.
And again, that's a power struggle within the power struggle because we don't know what's going on with Coughlin and him.
Yeah.
It might, listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to keep it real with you. It's all going to come to Cindy Khan. Cindy Khan's going to step in and say, look, this is my team. This is what it's going to be. Coughlin, you're going. Jalen, you're going. That's what's going to be. That's going to be the end of the decision. Yeah. When Sidney Khan steps in and decides to do that because he's not that type of dude, but he made a step out of his character and actually do it because he's laid back. He's just laid back owner. He's got a lot of dough.
But I heard even if
he's got a lot of dough.
There's some beat reporters in Jacksonville that said even if they offer him the max, he still wouldn't take it. Like he don't
want to be there.
He doesn't want to be
there. He doesn't want to
there.
be there no more.
He doesn't like.
He doesn't want to be there.
He
don't like him. Nah. And the thing is, I mean, there's a generation gap. I mean,
Coughlin's
old school. He is what he is. And Jalen's that new type of player. He's that me guy. He could be that me guy. He could be that outspoken guy. And Coughlin don't like all that. He don't like all that,
and
man.
you can't. But see, and this is the thing. This is the hard part for Khan.
The new age player, if you will.
This is the hard part for Khan, the owner of Jacksonville, who got ridiculous amount of money because he also owned a football club in England. I forget which one it is.
Right.
But for him, if you get rid of Coughlin,
I can't remember the name of the team.
To save Ramsey, what type of message does that send? Because don't get it twisted. They just drafted Josh Allen. They took care of Miles Jack. They still got Telvin Smith, who, for whatever reason, that's been the most underkept story at the league.
Why he retired? Yeah.
Not retire. He didn't retire. He
stopped playing.
He took a year. He wanted to take a year off.
Retired, yeah.
Nobody's talking about that for whatever reason.
Personal.
So then you also got Leonard Fournette that may be coming up for a deal. They may have stumbled into their franchise quarterback in Gardner Minshew. So you have all these other players. So you have other players to think about in the team aspect outside of Ramsey. So this is what I need, Jalen. I know you probably with your girl, and if she had the baby already, congratulations to you and your family. Your daughter, listen, his daughter Breland.
Told you all he wasn't gay.
Oh yeah, he batting for our team, baby.
That's my son. I know my son.
I can't.
Not my kids.
I can't.
Hopefully, if she had the baby, if she didn't, I wish the mother and the baby well.
I can't.
But Jalen, I need you to contact. This is gonna sound crazy. I need you to contact AB's people.
Don't contact AB's people. Why would you want to contact them?
Whoever.
What are you talking about?
I'm going somewhere with it.
Well, you better go because they ain't looking good right now, bro.
We
you talking about AB people?
Michigan.
You talking about CTE?
Contact AB's social media people.
No.
To cause a shit stir.
Oh, okay.
Become such a problem
right.
that they have to release you or they have to get rid of you.
I don't even want them getting in that thing. Just keep making up injuries.
Just leave AB. Speaking of
keep making up injuries.
I know we talking about Ramsey. Speaking of AB, in the curious case of
Chuck says Adoree Jackson, who I love Adoree.
Yes, Chuck. Yeah, that's a good point. My man Chuck.
If you could give me Adoree and Chris Harris, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because they need. This is the thing. This is the big thing. TA and E and the fam out there. They can't draft corners. So if you can find 2 corners that you could trade mid-round picks for, and sign them and lock that shit up. I'm fine. Adoree Jackson out of USC. Fast as the wind.
So real quick, my man John Marcial. Shout out to my peoples out there. My cousin Joe.
Shout out to all the fam that's commenting, man.
All the fam. Hold on. My cousin Joseph Demby. Shout out to my man. If you guys need a trainer, my man Joseph Demby. He's the real deal Holyfield. My cousin, check him out. My man John Marcial. He said something funny. It's crazy, my man. He says, I used to live in Jacksonville, and I didn't want to live there anymore.
Dog. I mean, listen, the best
it's that
thing,
bad, bro.
The best thing
bad, bro.
The best thing that come out of Jacksonville is Little Duval. Living my best life. Lil Duval. That's it. That's all y'all got. Y'all got that and alligators in this cold.
Listen.
Ain't no Jaguars out there.
At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, where we at right now? What's today? Today is the
27th.
27th. The deadline is when, TA? Do you know when
This
the deadline
week 8.
is? It's week 8.
I need him here.
We're gonna find out what's gonna happen. Honestly, if you want me to look at my crystal ball, wave my bald head, I'm gonna honestly say this to y'all. It's not gonna happen.
True.
I'm just gonna keep it real with you.
There's a high
because
chance
at the
that-
end of the day,
No negativity.
nope, I'm keeping it real.
No
I'm
negativity.
just being honest. I'm being honest. I'm keeping it 100. Y'all know what I do, family. I'm gonna say what you might not like. I told you about
Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
Nah, I'll tell you what you love.
Silencio. I'm gonna tell you. I told you about the Phillies, and was I right? Yes.
Oh God.
Y'all
Everybody can see that.
Y'all got met. No, I said it. I said
We're
it.
puffing over
No.
cap. Or,
I said. I know, right?
You want to puff his chest out?
Listen, I said about the Phillies. What was it? Early, like May. I said, we watching Mirage. It's done. I'm not watching no more. It's done. You guys, TA was all getting on into guess. I said, TA, why are you watching this? It's over. They're done.
Right.
And I was right. And I'm going to be right about this one. Okay. He's not going anywhere.
Why?
He's not. Just listen.
I think-
Can you take a timeout for 10 minutes? He's not going anywhere. Okay. Because there's a power struggle with the Jags, and until they get that power struggle together, he's not going on.
I think
it's going to be stalemate.
I think we're gonna get him for a first and a second. You watch.
I mean, listen. I
I'm
hope.
gonna tell me what they want to hear. I think
I
we're
hope
gonna get
I'm
him for
wrong.
last.
Thank you.
I hope I'm wrong.
Because I think
And
the
maybe-
longer he sits
and
out,
maybe that power struggle, because of the power struggle,
They lose
that
leverage.
might
they
cause
lose it.
Yeah, that may
Hey,
be
they
it.
lost him from day one because they're the ones who leaked that he wanted out, not even him.
Yeah.
He had to do a press the next day saying, I didn't say none of this, but you know what I mean?
Since you
Well,
want to
since
say
you
it,
said it.
I say it. Yeah.
He said, now, you know what? Now my back hurts. This hurts.
I got sick.
that hurts. I'm
I
sick.
got the flu.
Tell
I
you,
got
my
a kid
baby-
coming.
He stubbed
My
his
baby
toe.
coming.
Kid might not be coming for 2 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's
Now,
just saying,
supposedly he told him about the kid in the offseason.
no, but he's a
Said
good
his
dude.
His back's messed up too. They said, right?
He's claiming.
Yeah, he's claiming that.
His teammates love him.
Right.
And I think they're going to get. I think they're going to get it done for a first and a second, or even a first and a third. You
Who's
watch.
here? Who's here? We have a connection with Ramsey on high school level
A lot of connections.
and college level.
Yeah.
Darby at college, Barnett in high school, Josh Sweat.
All right, bro. I like Barnett. I don't like Darby. Go ahead. I like Barnett connection.
I like Darby when he's right.
I like Darby.
like Darby.
When is that?
Well, when his ACL isn't,
Right.
when he's not coming off ACL.
And I like Darby if he can get us Ramsey.
The year we went to the Super Bowl, Darby had a hell of a year.
He did.
So I'll give him that.
So John says, don't contact AB's people. I agree with that. Don't want that negative
Hey,
press.
man, it worked.
Bye-bye.
It worked to a point.
Let me say this.
It worked to a point.
While we're moving on, the curious case of Mr. Antonio Brown, I don't know where to begin. I'm not going to spend too much time on him because he's just AB. But I'm going to say this on a serious note. I really think, and this is real. I was talking to somebody about this. I think the CTE is really getting to him, bro. Honestly.
It sucks that you can't test for it while you're alive.
It really sucks. They need to figure out a way where they
That
can test
perfect
him.
hit, bro.
That perfect hit, and then didn't he have another one?
Nah, that perfect hit.
That was rough.
That was enough.
Yeah, that was rough, bro. But I think there's some mental issues going on too, and some other issues going on. But I think the CT's really, really setting in with him, bro.
It could be. So he filed a grievance against Oakland. He's trying to get that money back, recoup some of his losses.
Who's advising this guy, man?
But the NFLPA has to do it. That's what the union's for.
They're not.
They have to.
I get it. I get they have to, but it's just a waste.
They may not like it.
It's a waste, bro. They're not gonna get that man that money.
No, but maybe not. But they have to at least try. But great win for the Eagles as a whole. Defense stood on the defense. If you look at the last 3 games, I know it hasn't always been pretty.
Yeah.
But the defense is what has been keeping us in these games.
Yeah.
And they made a stand 2 times on 4. They took 4 plays from less than the 5-yard line, so 8 total, and the Packers did not get in. And they say single-handedly, but they sealed the game for us. Now get healthy between these next 9 days. We got the Jets coming in. There was a name out there as well that somebody in the YouTube did say potential defensive tackle. Another stud coming out of USC, Leonard Williams, not really working out with the Jets.
I can see that.
Maybe that could be an avenue that how we can go too.
If we can get a Leonard Williams for cheap, whether it be a 4th round, 5th round, I would jump on the heartbeat. Here's my wish list.
Right.
And here's an honest wish list rather. If the Ramsey thing doesn't work out, which I already told you how I felt about that.
Right.
The Chris Harris thing, I totally agree with that. The Chris Harris thing makes a lot of sense.
Adoree Jackson makes sense.
Adoree Jackson makes sense, but I'd rather have Chris Jackson. I'd rather have Chris Harris and I'd rather have Leonard Williams. If we can get those 2 guys, That would be recipe for success. That would help out a lot of things.
Do you say that because you don't think they'll cost as much? Because you can't be saying that from a talent level.
No, I'm saying that, because it's not going to cost a lot.
Okay,
It's not going to be a lot. You're
when
not giving up a lot.
True, but when I'm thinking about a trade that especially ain't my motherfucking money or my resources, I want talent.
So you want a Dory?
No, I want Jalen. To me, it's in my heart of hearts, to me personally, it's Jalen a bust. Because if you get Jalen, I think the locker room will take care of itself. You don't hear him be in the locker room with cancer, and he just wants to win. And he knows how good he is.
Well, he'll buy in. He'll buy into the locker room. I'm not worried about the locker room thing.
And pay him what he's worth.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles have never had or have not had in a long time, probably since Eric Allen, a corner that was top 3 in the league.
Yeah. I mean, I listen, again, I'm going to say this disclaimer out there. Again, I would love to have Jalen Ramsey. He makes a whole lot of sense for us. Mm-hmm. But the problem is you're dealing with the organization that's having a power struggle.
They need to figure that shit out.
You're dealing with an organization that's going to probably play the game where they're going to say, like, they want to trade him, and then, how he makes the offers, and then the offers are not good enough. They're going to go back and forth, and then it's going to be a stalemate. That's just all I see going forward. So, I mean, for me, going back to the game, I want to just go back to the game real quick. I think Coach LaFleur.
Thank you.
I think he lost. I don't know what happened.
Thank him.
Who snatched his body, but I want to thank him.
What Jarvis Landry said.
Because if he would have just kept throwing the ball, I don't understand why. Steve Wonder could have saw that our cornerbacks was trash at the time. He just stopped. He stopped. Every time he ran the ball, I said, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate you running the ball and not throwing the ball against us. And then he kept doing it. And then he went on the goal line and decides instead of running the ball,
he's going to throw it.
He's going to throw it. And when you got 11 guys sitting 3 yards apart and you're going to throw the ball. That's a rookie coach.
On our D-line so much about pressure and all that stuff. I thought they did a better job last night, but I'll tell you a reason why they didn't run the ball, because you can't run the ball against us.
Nope. Say it again.
You can't run the ball against us.
You cannot run.
We make you one-dimensional, even though you might light us up in the passing game. Mm-hmm. We're gonna bend, not break. It's been Jim Schwartz's MO from day one. Field goals in the red zone. Right. And so essentially that's what we did last night.
So by what you just said, knowing that you can't run the ball against us, and that's not some new shit just for this year. Go back to 2017 and look at the Eagles' run defense stats. It's ridiculous.
Well, I'm going to say they couldn't. I'm going to say they couldn't because Kerryon Johnson had a good game against us.
No, he didn't.
I'm looking up. I'll show you right now. He had a decent game.
I bet
it wasn't 100 yards.
I don't even think it was 70. I don't even think it was 70.
I'm going to show you.
Okay. With that being said, what TA just said about the defensive line and making you one-dimensional, that's even more reason to why you should want to invest in an elite cornerback, because that would take you from being maybe a top 15 defense to a top 5 defense. And then coverage is going to allow your defensive line, who may not have.
He takes half of the field away. We get that.
Premium
we understand
talent,
that.
But it'll also allow maybe a Josh Sweat to get. It was so many plays last night where I saw Derek Barnett and Brandon Graham get so close to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So close, but A-Rod, Baba Man moved a little bit in the pocket, or he just they got there just slow enough to still give him time.
Now, here's another thing I want to bring up before we move on.
Okay.
The refereeing in the NFL has been really atrocious.
Oh, it's atrocious.
We know this. Now, the NBA has a system to where they actually grade them, and from what I understand, they actually grade them, and if they reach a certain grade level, they can't actually do the playoffs.
Right.
That's something that I understand that people say, well, they're not full-time referees, NFL. I understand that. That's a subject that they should be full-time. We know that. But this is something that they may need to look into going forward, because the refereeing this year has been very, very horrible. Now, a lot of people might say, well, you can't say that because the Eagles got away with a lot last night. Okay. No, we got away with some calls. We did.
Which one?
But so did they as well.
Oh, okay.
Which one? The Maddox play on the sideline where he face-guarded him?
They got us right back because they didn't give us the all-shot one. That's tit for tat.
That was tit for tat. But there's a few other ones. Then there was a hold that the one scamper that Rodgers had was a 15-yard scamper. Listen, what's his name? Batari, whatever his name is.
Oh, he tackled Barnett.
He tackled him to the ground. And the referee was sitting right there. I said, Mr. Referee, you ain't gonna throw the flag? But I mean, it's just something that, Al Riveron and those boys up there in New York, they have to address that, man, because it's getting to the point as a football fan. I'm getting tired of watching.
And they try to take
the enormous flags, and then at times lack of flags.
And they try to take the Alshon touchdown away, the Goddard touchdown away.
Yeah,
because they tried to call offensive pass interference on Ertz,
and he had nothing to do with the play.
And he was within 1 yard. The ball went to the other side of the field. So Great win by the Eagles. I need to see it again. We need to see some consistency and hopefully get on the roll. I want to see if we can run off 3 or 4 straight, maybe get the 5-2, 6-2, and then go from there. Definitely be riding that
tough stretch,
that momentum as we get approach the Dallas game. So that brings us to the PSG picks around the league.
Okay.
And everybody, if you're in the family, you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, as we give out these games, shoot us your picks as well. Shoot us your picks. You know what I mean? If you disagree, if you think there's other teams going to win a game, some outside of what me or Aaron or even Tom may pick a game or two, let us know. Let us know. So Aaron picks these games. So if they suck, which I don't think they will, the games that he picked, because
my games never. First of all, let me say this: my games never suck, Peter. My games never suck, people. The fam knows what I do. All right? That's why I love y'all, fam.
So right now, hey, we got nobody would have thought this early into the season, we would have a battle for the AFC East.
Yeah.
We got Pats at Bills, 1 o'clock Sunday.
I'm going first. They're gonna get the brakes beat off of them. The Bills gonna get the brakes.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm telling you.
I
don't like the hoodie. I don't like the hoodie. You know, I'm always against the hoodie. I'm always against Brady. But I'm going to just keep it real. And I like Buffalo. I like them a lot. I like Josh Allen. I like what they're doing. I like the defense. McDermott, former Eagles coach. I love what they're doing over there. Frank Gore, the ageless one. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, you're going against Goliath. And this team is the Goliath of the division. And I got them. I'm not sure what the spread is right now. I can't remember offhand what it was. But I'm going 36-17.
No. There's no way.
Okay.
No way.
Remember I said that, ladies and gentlemen.
No
Fam,
way.
weigh in. Tell us what you think. Who you got, Pats or you got Bills?
I can see the Pats winning the game.
Okay.
But it will not be no blowout. It will not be a blowout because
okay.
Buffalo's defense is at home. Buffalo Bills, they have not been 4-0 for a while. They have not been 3-0 in a while. Mm-hmm. And Tre'Davious White on Josh Gordon, that's a matchup to look for. Tre'Davious White is playing like a top 3 corner right now out of LSU. Sean McDermott, his zone defense. I just think it's gonna have some problems.
G-Mill was good, man.
I think and then Brady's not 100%. The Buffalo Bills defense it's difficult enough to run on it. Where I just think they're gonna give the Patriots problems. The Patriots should still win the game, but I would not be shocked if the Bills win the game.
So what's the score? What you got?
I don't like doing scores.
Man, give me a score. Stop being all difficult, man.
18-15.
18-15?
Yeah, bro,
how you getting that?
I tell you I don't like doing something. I give a score to appease you, and then you say, how you get that score?
I just say that's weird. So you saying the Bills in the nail biter?
Bills? No. I'm picking the Pats to win.
Okay.
I'm not going against the Empire.
Okay.
But I would not be shocked.
Close.
I would not. Yeah, I would not be. It would not surprise me if the Bills did win the game.
And listen, I would love for the Bills to win. I would love for the Bills. I can't stand the Patriots. I can't. Kevin Walker, I don't know if you're listening out there, but I can't stand your team. You know how I feel about y'all. But I respect you guys. Okay. I respect that you guys are Goliath.
Now, Chiefs versus Lions. In Detroit, Matt Stafford, the Lions have not lost the game technically. Not lost the game against the juggernaut that's the Kansas City Chiefs without Tyreek Hill. Okay. Sean McCoy's been pretty banged up. I think Damian Williams is actually out for the game, but guess what? They still got Ferrari Red Pat Mahomes.
Yo, that's a $200 million man.
And
$200 million, bro.
I'm picking the Chiefs by 10. I don't know what the score is, but the Chiefs will win by 10.
Chiefs Lions, it's gonna be a little tough. It's gonna be a little closer than what we. But then again, they're saying that my man's gonna be out. Stafford might be out with the hip.
Who?
Stafford might be out with the hip because he's questionable.
Well, I think Darius Slay's out too.
Yeah,
Darius Slay got nicked up against us.
If Stafford's out, which I think it is, it's gonna be a blowout. If he's not out, it may be a little closer. But I'm still going to Chiefs because that boy, that $200 million man, the $200 million man who's Pat Mahomes.
Well, I'll tell you guys one thing.
Go ahead. What we got?
Never played in a dome before.
Who?
$200 million man?
Yep.
No, he has in college.
But in the pros, so
no.
I'm interested in something.
Well, I can give
My man doesn't have any kryptonite. Ain't nothing can get him. Ain't nothing can get him. Does the dome slow this guy down?
He said, nah, bro.
Wait till I give you a stats for
I don't
college.
think so.
But you know what you said? What happens in the dome with people with speed?
They get faster.
And what does Chiefs have?
Oh, that's why they'll roll.
Chiefs got a 4x4 team.
I'm just talking about seeing guys better. You know what I mean?
I get
that.
that.
In college, his record was 1-3 in the dome. In his 3 losses, he averaged 500 yards passing.
Listen,
Oh, he's fine.
that man has a.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That man has a 4x4 team.
No, he
The $200 million man has a 4x4 team. He's gonna be darting that ball around, and then he's coming. All you're gonna see is Hardeman. Phew. All you're gonna see is the Robinson.
So,
Phew.
question.
McCoy. I mean, it's just.
I'm glad you said that name.
Too much.
Glad you said that name.
Okay, that's what I do.
McCole Hardman.
Yes, sir.
Because last week I was on Weekly Roundup.
Did you pick him up?
Did you were out? Yeah, no, somebody else did.
Okay.
He was going by. But does that make Tyreek Hill dispensable? So right now, if they come to you and they say Deshaun's injury is not getting better, and
it's too soon.
He's going to miss 6 to 8 weeks.
It's too soon. He's not going nowhere right now.
Okay.
No,
you have until week 8.
Now, in maybe a year or two, and Deshaun.
His deal's only 3 years. He'll be a free agent. You might as well wait for him at that point.
Because Deshaun's going to probably be out with the next couple of years, right? Maybe a couple of years or so. And then, at that same question, pose it to me then. I think it'll happen then.
Okay. So, next game on our docket is talk about a team who's in a position like the Eagles, but the Eagles are a veteran team. If you look at a complete opposite, a similar situation as far as an inexperienced team, but they need this win. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you picked this game.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Cleveland at Baltimore. Cleveland is a perfect example right now having the Dream Team 2011 Eagles.
Yeah.
All this talent,
Yeah.
but they don't know how to play together yet. Freddie Kitchens is out here calling offensive plays like he forgot how to call offensive plays from last year.
The man ran a draw on 4th and 9 against one of the best defenses
now,
in the league.
On the final play of the game, when not the final play of the game, but when LA sealed it, when they were in the red zone, that 4th down play, for some reason, Baker went right. If he steps up, he has it. Because that's how Daniel Jones, God forsaken, whatever reason why, that's what he saw.
Which will get you later on
in Tampa Bay. Because it was a similar play, but Daniel Jones stepped up because everybody had his back turned. For some reason, Baker Mayfield, he's getting skittish. The offensive line is a better run-blocking offensive line than pass-blocking offensive line.
Yeah, they're a little banged up.
But what does help the Browns in this game is Baltimore does struggle with 3 wide receiver set. And I can't think of a better 3 wide receiver group right now off of talent in the league outside of Higgins, Landry, and Beckham. So, with that being said, because he's my motherfucking son, I'm picking Cleveland to win the game.
All right, so
because they need the game.
So for me, we're going to the big crab cake, as my man Chris Berman would say, which I love when he said that. And I just think, I love Cleveland. I mean, they were the paper champions. We understand that. But at the end of the day, they have to find identity. You know, you have a number 24, Nick Chubb back there, and he's not in crucial moments getting the ball like he should. You can't always force feed the ball down the field. I understand you have some stud wide receivers, but you still have to have a balanced attack. The recipe I always say for a young quarterback is to have a steady run game as well as a steady pass game. Have that balance, and that's what they need to figure out. Freddie Kitchen has to figure that out. Some of his play calling at times is very questionable, but I think eventually they figured it out, but I don't think they figured out this game because I think Hollywood Brown, I think Jackson, I think my man Andrews.
Hollywood Brown a real deal too, boy.
My man Mark Andrews right now, who's one of the top 2 tight ends in the league right now, is balling out. I just think it's too much. Listen, I'm going the Ravens. I think eventually the Browns might finally figure out, but not this game. I got the Ravens going 27-20, tight game. Ravens.
I'm very interested to see because out of all the teams that Ravens have played so far, they have not seen anything remotely close to Myles Garrett.
So we got some quick picks out there for my people out there.
Okay.
Bill Middlebrooks has the Ravens winning. He says winning all day. BT has Baltimore winning. He said Kitchens is garbage. Baker's not working on getting better, believing his and their own hype, and the defense has to catch up. And the defenses have caught up, rather. Excuse me.
Okay. That's because they're not running the ball. Kitchens is
balance. Yeah,
Kitchens is not calling the plays to the strength. When they got Beckham, it was like, okay, we can just do whatever the hell we want. And no, you can't. You got to still be honest. The talent will take care of itself. But you have to win football games. And right now, in order to win football games, you have to run Nick Chubb.
My man Jesse
Meza?
No, Jesse Ramon Nichols, Cowboys. Cowboy Jesse. He's in the building. He's in the building. He said, so I'm just read some of his comments because Jesse's just he's a funny guy. He says 2 firsts. It's piggybacking what we said earlier about the trade. He said 2 firsts and Ertz. Nobody wants Nelson. He says.
Worry about Byron Jones, Jesse.
I just love him, man. He's a funny guy. He says you will lose to Minnesota. Nelson would be our 4th wide receiver at best. I guess him and Bill Middlebrooks going back and forth.
I love it.
I love you guys, man. I love you guys.
So, all right.
We got
Sunday Night Football.
Okay.
Cowboys.
Okay, we don't do that. Yo, quick sidebar.
It's all in my ear, man.
I'm sorry, man. Quick sidebar. Carrie Underwood's doing her thing quietly, but on a low for me. She's doing her thing. I love the song. How about you guys?
I don't pay attention to all that shit.
TA?
Come on, man. You know I'm an umbrella drink cat and a country music buff.
I know who she is, but she been doing her thing for a while.
Yeah,
but
she's doing her thing, man. I
I'm
like what
telling
she's
you, though,
doing, man.
I'll tell you what I need in the Super Bowl, though, coming up.
Yeah, speaking of that.
I need a wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
I got J-Lo and Shakira. Ooh, baby. Don't you malfunction.
J-Lo.
27-year-old. No, I
Ain't
say
nobody want to see Janet
J-Lo.
Jackson shit.
20,
You know what I
21,
mean?
I
21
don't know about that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just comparing Janet to J-Lo and Shakira, though.
See, this is my thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Under 30 Pete, J-Lo all day. Over 30 Pete, Shakira all day.
Shakira all day?
Yeah, wow.
Shakira.
All right, but so
Go ahead.
Cowboys versus Saints in New Orleans. Teddy Bridgewater and the Saints just bounced back off that big win in Seattle. Wasn't a pretty win on offense, which is not being talked about.
Okay.
Really, Sean Payton really ran Teddy Bridgewater in the offense as more of a game manager, which he is a glorified game manager, I would say. So I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is ever going to be a quarterback that goes out and wins you games. So, but with that being said, we all know Dallas is coming in hot. You talk about a team that has hype and has lived up to the hype, even with a soft, butter-ass bread schedule so far. Let's not forget that.
Cupcake-ish.
Giants, Redskins, Dolphins. Very, very easy schedule.
Cupcake.
A very, very easy schedule. Now they get a test because it's hard to play in New Orleans. But if they're successfully able to run the ball, which the Saints have a pretty stout defense, but I don't know if Sheldon Rankins isn't back yet. So it's going to be tough for the Saints. But if they could keep Dallas off the field, which is going to be hard with that defense. I love their linebackers. Defensive line is decent. You got the Marcus Lawrence on the end, but they really don't have any defensive tackle pressure that I can really speak of. And on the back end, we all know you got Cheeto, you got Byron Jones, you got Anthony Heath in the secondary, and also you got Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods also is the other safety as well. Way too many players on Dallas that I actually know. I don't know why, but they're actually good, and I like their defense.
They draft well, man.
Yeah,
That's one thing they do that we don't do at times. They draft well.
Especially at corners. With that being said, I gotta ride with the talent. I think Dallas will win the game.
Okay.
I'll give a score. I'll say.
Oh, you getting a score?
23-17. But
okay.
But if on the defensive side, and I'll shut up after this. On the defensive side, if who's the defense? Is it Dennis Allen? Is the defensive coordinator?
Yeah, Dennis Allen. Yeah.
For New Orleans.
Yeah.
If he could find a way, if they want to live with somehow containing Zeke, but for Dak is give him different looks.
I agree.
We'll see, because also
I agree with that part.
Amari Cooper just had an MRI on Tuesday. He's not 100%.
What is it?
I forget. It's lower body, and Michael Gallup is out.
Cowboy fans, please comment on what's going on.
I'm not asking them to comment.
No. Just listen. Cowboy fans, tell me what's wrong with Amari Cooper. I know y'all know. All right, so for me, a lot of different parts going on in this game. I think it's gonna be a great game. First of all, I'm happy that this is a Sunday night football game. I'm gonna be entertained because first of all, the Cowboys fans is crazy right now because they're 3-0. So something that they haven't experienced in a while. Low blow. Anyway, but for me, I'm gonna honestly say, you made a great point about Dennis Allen giving Dak different looks. I think that's the key thing to do. Listen, Zeke's gonna do his thing. All right, there's nothing you can do about it. You can just try to curtail him. That's all you can do.
But Tony Pollard too.
However, Tony, that's dude. But see, I've been on him for a while. I don't know if you remember me talk about him. I used to watch his Memphis games. That boy could play. I knew that. But here's the thing. The bottom line is this. At the end of the day, and I agree with Ben, it's going to be Taysom Hill day. Taysom Hill's going to do his thing. Taysom, Tyson, whatever the boy's name is, he's going to come in there. He's going to make some noise, whether it be throwing the ball, whether it be running the ball. He's going to have at least 2 touchdowns. I'm going to say that. I'm going Saints all day. I think the Saints in the dome with the crowd rocking. I just think Kamara's going to have a nice game. He's going to do his thing. Michael Thomas. I don't think even though the defense Dallas is very stout, I just think they're going to Sean Payton's going to figure out a way how to get Thomas in the right areas and the right spots, give him the ball. I just think it's going to be a little bit too much for him. I'm thinking it's going to be tight. It's going to be really tight, but I'm thinking offhand 27 to actually 29. That's a real weird score, but it's 29-27.
Like Dallas is going to have a blunder. Like they're going to have that oh shit game. Like they're going to lose a game that they should win. I just don't think that's this game. The reason why I don't because I think it's more likely to happen next week when they have Green Bay come in and Green Bay has 3 extra days rest and they have
this is at Dallas, right?
It's at Dallas, but they had the Baba man and their defense.
Well, that's gonna be for Green Bay. That's a game that they want because first of all they're gonna say we shouldn't have lost to Philly. Right. And they're going to have a chip on the shoulder. And then plus, like you said, the Baba man they have nightmares. The Cowboys fans and the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, Mr. Plastic Man, all those guys, they have nightmares about the Baba man in their sleep because he just makes their life bad. Yeah. But I just think that's the game they're going to win going forward next week. But this game right here, I just feel this is all Saints, man. This is all Saints. Saints have something to prove. Even though they lost their captain, they still feel they have something to give. And listen, Teddy Bridgewater could play, man. All right? I mean, I know people might say he's a game manager and all that stuff like that. But listen, Teddy, don't sleep on Teddy. People keep forgetting Teddy Bridgewater led that Minnesota Vikings team almost to the championship. All right? Almost doesn't count. I understand that. But he still led that team to a playoff. He was in a playoff race, and they made some noise. So don't sleep on Teddy Bridgewater.
But like you said and like Ben said, we've seen Taysom Hill have some special packages. Sean Payton. And this is the thing. Sean Payton is a coach, but he thinks like a player, and he gets up like a player.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Sean Payton still has spite for the Dallas Cowboys and not offer him the head coaching job, and he came up to the Dallas coaching ranks.
Which is so disrespectful.
So, with that being said, you look at that matchup as well. It's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, I like it.
Monday Night Football, the cap off the week. We have the 2 winless teams. Cincinnati 0-3 at Steelers 0-3. Somebody has to win the game.
Ralph Cole, where you at?
Or somebody has to win the game.
Ralph Cole, where you at?
And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm picking the Bengals, man.
Now, this is at Steelers, right?
It's at Pittsburgh, but I'm picking the Bengals. I'm picking the Bengals because Andy Dalton's a better quarterback than Mason Rudolph.
Oh, of course.
You got Joe Mixon. James Conner's not healthy. You got Tyler Boyd. You got John Ross.
Yeah.
I mean, and we seen what listen, the 49ers tried to give the game away with fumbles and interceptions.
Yeah, they did 5 turnovers.
And they just couldn't figure it out. Could not figure it out. I understand it's going to be Minka Fitzpatrick's second game.
Yeah.
I'm riding with the Bengals, man.
Listen, I agree with you. I'm around with the Bengals as well. I just think, honestly, man, and quiet as it's kept, actually not to the national media, to national fans, it's quiet as it's kept that the Steelers fandom has been calling for Tomlin's head forever. I didn't even know until earlier this year that they really want him going.
It's not even him. He's a defensive coach. It's not even him.
And the thing is, to a point, it's not him, but it is him to a lot of point. Because let me tell you why. A lot of stuff that he's allowing to happen in the organization. Yes, it is up top, but he's a coach.
Is he calling the defensive plays, or
he's allowing a lot of things to happen as far as some of the skirmishes that's coming on to the team.
What is it? What are they having now? Now since AB and Bell's the biggest mistake
AB being gone was big.
The biggest mistake.
But when that happened, when all that happened, man, that still leaves a stain on your team. Even though all that's going, the players that are there, do they believe in you? After something like that happens?
But
listen,
I hear you.
A lot of coaches won't allow a lot of that to happen. So at the end of the day, what are you showing your players that's still there, especially the younger players?
But his GM came out and cut his legs out.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it starts from the top.
Right, okay.
I mean, he's not all to blame, but I'm saying in a lot of ways he is to blame for a lot of things.
But the fans shouldn't be blaming Tomlin for that shit.
That's because you can't comment unless you're there, unless you're dealing with somebody that's a Steelers fan. You can't comment on that. Now, if you
what you mean?
Listen, you gotta talk to these Steelers fans. Are serious, bro. I've talked to several.
Hold on, what? So,
listen,
Tia, you hear this?
Listen,
he said I shouldn't comment.
You can't comment
on the Steelers fan base because
the Steelers fan base, man. It's like a different. It's like I can't even. It's like an organization, man.
Are we not part of the most passionate fan base in the NFL?
No, I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about them, bro. And a lot of them feel the same way. They all feel like Tomlin has to go, and he's part of the issue. Yes, it's up top as well. At the end of the day, Rooney has to step up, and he's not going to do it no more. For whatever reason, maybe his head is somewhere else.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I just feel like he's lost a team.
But
He's lost a team.
Ultimately, if he lost the team, it was the GM and not wanting to pay Bell to keep actual talent on their team, elite talent. Hence why
the GM is, and I agree with you, the GM is not. He's at fault with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because
Kevin Colbert has messed up a lot.
Tomlin can't force something. He don't sign checks, bro.
But his coaching style at times is
what is his coaching style?
Dog, his coaching style. If he watch some of the games, some of the calls.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Just,
to me, he doesn't have anything to stick.
It's just time to turn the page.
Because to me,
bottom line.
To me, John Harbaugh and Mark Tomlin is the same thing.
That's the key. That's the name you just said. That last name you said is very interesting.
Because they're both leaders of men. They're leaders.
But hear what I'm saying to you.
I don't know how integral they are in the game plan.
And I know he's got another year, right? But as we know.
I thought they just re-upped Harbaugh.
One more year. He got a 1 year extension. I think there's a clause where they can get out of it, and I think just pay him. But there's a name you just said that's probably going to be on the market next year. Everyone's not talking about it, but he's going to be on the market because he's about to lose to Ohio State, right? He just lost to Wisconsin.
Jim Harbaugh?
He's coming back to the NFL. You heard it first.
Gladly.
And I can see, I can see him going to Pittsburgh.
Gladly. He fucking can't coach.
You said Jim Harbaugh can't coach?
Dog, he can't beat Wisconsin. He can't beat Ohio State.
He's an NFL coach, bro. He's not a college coach. He's not.
But
clearly,
but I'm
not gonna say he can't coach.
We can do. I don't think he's a good coach.
TA.
I don't think Jim Harbaugh is a good coach.
He's saying Jim Harbaugh's not a coach. I totally disagree with that.
Yeah, he's terrible.
You say he's terrible too? I disagree.
Yeah,
I disagree. Does he have faults? Yes. Yes. However, he's better than a lot of coaches right now.
And you think
he's better than a lot of coaches in the NFL right now? Can we agree with that?
The Steelers, if they move,
can we agree with that?
If the Steelers move, no, I can't agree with that.
You can't agree that he's better than a lot of coaches? All right, we'll move on.
So for me, if the Steelers move on from Tomlin, they're definitely going to go in the offensive direction. And to me, Jim Harbaugh, his offenses suck. His offensive philosophy sucks.
Now, don't get me wrong. And that's why he brought the coordinator in to change up the Michigan offense. Now, here's the key. He's got to have a guy that's going to be, innovative, like a Greg Roman, for instance. Greg Roman was with him before, and that's why they had the run they had.
Now he's an
right?
OC in Baltimore.
And he's OC, and you see what's going on now. But that's my point. He has to have somebody in there that's going to be like a Greg Roman. If he has a Greg Roman guy in there, he'll be fine. Which I think, knowing the track record of what he's been dealing with, he's going to bring somebody in. That's going to help with that part.
For me, for the Steelers fans, I don't wish Jim Harbaugh on y'all. Because as soon as the first Steelers-Ravens game, it's going to be Harbaugh versus Harbaugh. We're going to hear all that bullshit. I don't want to hear it.
All right, we'll see, man.
But, I mean, that's really –
so you got the Bengals. You got the Bengals winning this game.
We both got the Bengals winning
I agree with that.
I just think the Bengals are the most talented, winless team that's taking the field on Monday night.
Yeah.
That's it.
I agree with that. So Bill Middlebrook says, I hope I'm wrong, but I see Dak and Elliott running a lot, big play to Cooper, and their defense is good.
No, I can't see that.
I'm mad enough to admit they are a good team, and I don't think a Saints Breeze team can't get it done.
To me,
I
want to say this, though. I want to say this. And this is probably going not here because you guys actually listen and you're logical on most topics. Drew Brees has been falling off for a long fucking time. We all saw the first pass in the visual game, how underthrown it was and allowed it to get picked off. We all talk about the non-pass interference call that was called in the NC Championship game. But let's not mistake that in overtime, they got the ball first, and this son bitch threw an interception. Right or wrong?
All right, so Drew Brees, I agree with you to some degree. Drew Brees, he has fallen off. He's not the Drew Brees that he was before. However, he's still a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Top 10, easy.
He's definitely
correct?
top 10. I wouldn't put him in top 5.
And that's I'll say top 10, maybe 6, 7, somewhere in that neighborhood. But he's still Drew Brees.
No, true.
So, I mean, that's all you need.
But true.
And then if you piggyback him with Sean Payton, it's a recipe.
True. But listen, God is my witness right here. I've always thought.
No. Your point. What you're saying, your point is you're right.
Yeah.
He did kind of fall off.
No, but I'm saying I'm taking it even further.
Okay.
Even when the bitches won the Super Bowl,
okay,
I put more credence into Sean Payton than I do Drew Brees. I think Sean Payton is an all-time top 5 offensive mind in this league. He's up there with me with Bill Walsh, and
he's definitely top 15.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. I'm
top
talking
15.
about offense. I'm not talking about all as a whole. Just offensive minds. He's in the top 5 for me. So, like when I look at Belichick and Brady,
That's your top 5. Okay.
when I look at Belichick and Brady, I really go 60-40 Brady Belichick. When I look at Sean Payton
Brees,
and Drew Brees as a whole, I'm going. This is gonna shock people. I'm going 70 Payton, 30 Brees.
Nope.
Because I think Sean Payton and his offense and what he does and his scheme, Brees benefited so much from. Outside, I don't think Brees would have had the same success
in Miami.
Yes, or anywhere else. Because you forget 8 games in the Dome, dog. 8 games in the Dome, and he's in the NFC South, so he's facing mild climate weather the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think anywhere else outside of another Dome team with a decent offensive-minded coach. And let's not forget, they won the Super Bowl, and then how many years did they miss the playoffs?
Yeah.
And their defenses were trash, but the offense always put up points. That's the scheme.
Right.
I'm not trying to take anything. I'm not trying to sound like I'm a Drew Brees basher, but I just don't think that he holds the credence that some people get. Like, he's not worth. I don't think he's worthy. His numbers will show he's worthy to be put in the Brady Elway greatest of all time conversation. Up in that realm. But as playing the quarterback positions,
okay,
I can name 5 or 6 people that I've seen play the position that are more talented than Drew Brees, that throw a better ball outside. Who is obviously because
you talking about this year?
No, not this. I'm just talking about the last 10 years since he's been playing in the league. I think there's quarterbacks that would have had the same success or maybe even better success than Drew Brees with Sean Payton.
I mean, it's hard.
That's
to say
just my opinion.
That's my opinion. I hear what you're saying, but it's hard to say because we never will see that.
That's it. But I'm saying that's just like if you put Phillip Rivers with Sean Payton, Phillip Rivers may have more than 1 Super Bowl ring.
So Ben makes a good point, and we got to move on to this. I got to get my YG.
Okay.
So Ben says, well, but if Brees was in Miami, he probably would still be with Saban. That's an interesting point. If Brees does stay there, if Brees goes to Miami, Saban may not have went to Alabama. It's a very, very good point because he would have been successful with Saban. So who knows? I mean, listen, the what-if game is the what-if game. We don't know. But, I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point as well.
That's why I look at it for what it is. I think that –
and you're welcome, Ben. I know you're still salty. Ben's salty.
True. And then you can get the YGTG.
BT salty about that Miami thing.
YGTG. But it's just my last thing on the Brees and Peyton relationship. I still think Peyton wins a Super Bowl with another quarterback give it in 1 year than Brees. I think Peyton has if you split them up, Peyton has a higher chance of winning the Super Bowl than Brees without him.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I hear you, man.
Okay.
So real quick, I just want to first give a shout out to. And I'm not even gonna give a shout out.
Who says shout out anymore?
I'm not even gonna give a shout out. You said what?
Who says shout out anymore?
A lot of people do. All right. Keep up, Peter. All right. So here's my thing, guys. There's a guy out there that just played last week. And first of all, the Giants fans, I'm talking about the Giants fans.
Oh, Lord.
The midget fans, if you want to say that. Some of the Ginas, whatever you want to say. And I got some great friends and great people that I love that are Giants fans. But at the end of the day, people, I'm coming to you guys. I'm saying you got to go because if I recall 3 to 4 months ago, maybe a little longer than that, there was a guy named Daniel Jones that got drafted number 6 pick. You guys were up in arms. You were throwing stuff at the TV, cursing your wife out, cursing your girlfriend. Some of y'all kicked the dog. I shouldn't do that, but some of y'all did kick the dog. And you went off and you went crazy and did all this crazy stuff. You went on rants. You booed them. The man came to your city. You booed him at the Yankees game. You booed him everywhere you went. You said we should have picked Josh Allen. We should have did this. We should have did this. We shouldn't have picked the. In my New York voice, you like my New York accent? We shouldn't have did this. We shouldn't have did this. Oh my God.
That's a New York accent?
Yeah, it's close. But anyway, at the end of the day, TA family out there, if you recall, now he's Danny Dimes. Oh my goodness, we got something. You guys are despicable. All right? I'm saying it right now, TA. I don't know if you agree with me, but the Giants fans out there, you guys are despicable because you were spitting on this man. This man you didn't even give the man a chance. But now he gets you a win, and now he's Danny Dimes.
Did he get him a win, though?
Whatever. whatever you want to say at the end of the day. Listen, they should have won the game.
Huh?
I agree with you. They should have won the game because
they
Tampa Bay. But that's here and there.
Tampa Bay doing Tampa Bay things.
That's here and there. But the bottom line in the books of the NFL was a win. But my point is this. I'm giving you guys that you got to go because you talk about our fan base. And, yes, we have idiots. We do.
Yeah.
Okay, we're passionate. We got some idiots in our fan base. But guess what? You guys are idiots too because you spit it on the man. Now all of a sudden you're praising the man. You got to go.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't have too much to say outside of that, man.
Thank you, man.
I agree with you.
TA?
Fans is hypocritical, man. They
talked about the man. I mean, he went to Yankees. I feel like TA. I feel like TA right now. He went to the Yankees game. And they booed him. Is that good with TA? You that was good, right? Yeah, it was good, right?
They did boo him.
They booed the man the game, man. They booed him. That's wrong.
You know what it is? It's the Giants fan base. It's like a relationship you get out of for so many years, and then you realize that there's another girl out there who shows interest in you, and you hook up with her, and it's like, oh my God, like it's life after Sheila. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so let them have a moment.
And wait.
Let me tell you right now, that shit ain't gonna last, bro. Y'all not gonna win Sunday.
Thank you. And that's a great point. Now listen, Ben, and I know Ben made a great point, and so does Matt. I know Matt Coons, all them guys gonna say, well, you guys booed Donovan McNabb, and you guys were just
He still ain't right. He still ain't right.
He's still messed up though, right?
Still messed up.
Yeah, listen, this man. Now listen, God forbid, this man don't get y'all a Super Bowl like Donovan McNabb, and throws up in Jacksonville like Donovan McNabb. And don't win, and go to five NFC championships and don't win nothing, right? Like Donovan McNabb. You guys are gonna be still talking about this man. Yeah. You're gonna go back to revert back to that. Yep. Just sad, man. Mess that man up, man.
Y'all have already put away Phil Simms, who won 2 Super Bowls also, and then gave Eli the mantle as the greatest New York Giants quarterback ever. That's what y'all do. But we got to get up out of here,
before we go, breaking news: the Jacksonville Jaguars have reported that Jalen Ramsey and the team have come to terms. They may have another baby somewhere. Stay tuned.
Wow.
Bill Middlebrooks.
For everybody out there, have a great weekend. Be safe.
All right, yo.
Namaste. Philly Sports Guys. We out. A2D Radio. Weekly roundup tomorrow. You already know. Agree to disagree. Sometimes Sunday, they know they like to get into Sunday night, 8 o'clock. And you already know. Click, like, share, and follow IG A2D Radio. A2D Live on the main page where the show stream at YouTube. Thank y'all for rocking with us, fam. We appreciate it. Any new listeners, we appreciate you. Yes. Turn on the subscribe button. Turn on the notifications to get notified every time our A2D show goes live. Thank you.
Holla.
Namaste.